Hello everyone, here at the Transformers Review, and today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Cybertron Robots in Disguise Starscream versus Vector Prime. And there's Starscream, Vector Prime, obviously in the packaging side of the box. There it is for Earth Planet, if you want to read that. On the back is two bios, not sure if it's different from their standard individual bios, but it does talk about them fighting together a little bit. And there is his vehicle mode, jet mode and robot mode and his spaceship mode, and then Nikon Safeguard. And he does have electronic battle sounds, and that's pretty cool. I had not this version, I had another version, but so glad I got this one because it's more accurate to the show, but not as much as the Takara version, but maybe one day I'll get the Takara version. Anyway, technical data for Starscream if you're interested, and technical data for Vector Prime. So let's get these two very cool bots opened up. Before I continue, I must say, why is it that when I get something because I really wanted it, they decide to do a new one? They finally, after I got this guy, they finally decided, you know what? We're going to release a legacy version of Cybertron Starscream, Voyager class size, that's more articulated and is in the right colors. One thing that I realized that was wrong about this guy, I mean, I do like him, he's pretty cool, but is that the colors are inverted. So it's not the colors that he was in the show. So they re-released one, and I cannot wait to get him. I really, really want to get him, and I hope they do something to Vector Prime. So I might hold off on trying to get a Takara version of Cybertron Vector Prime because they might re-release him with better articulation and all that. Because I love Vector Prime. It's like my favorite #1 character from Transformers Cybertron. Anyway, let's get down to him. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Vector Prime. I might have done a full-on review of him, the other version, but this one is more complete. So why not do a proper review of him? Anyway, let's take a look at the detail. Absolutely love all that paint and artwork. He is a little bit whiter, a little brighter than he was in the cartoon, but closer, like I said, color scheme than the other one that I had. Love Vector Prime so much. There's his little Nikon Safeguard. And then, yeah, just a lot of detail. Really love this guy. I will say the articulation is somewhat limited. You do get ratchets on the arms. Can go out of, if you take off Safeguard, you can go out about that far, but that's kind of more for transformation at that point. You do have not really a bicep swivel, but it's kind of close enough. Then you get bicep bend, less than 90 degrees there. No wrist rotation, just solid molded plastic. And then no hip rotation. Legs can go forward that far. If you kind of rotate stuff out of the way, you can go back that far. Over 90 degree bend at the knee. And he can do the full splits. And he does have that dreaded knee rotation. But hey, at least it's there. So you can, I don't know, twist his legs a little bit. No ankle tiltage because this is Cybertron era. Great heavy-duty toys, but not so great with the articulation. But hey, I give it a pass. That's what I grew up with. Never had him, though. Always wanted him, though, because he is so cool. Anyway, there's little Safeguard in his little gun mode / spaceship mode, because I guess he could fly around like this, but he's pretty much just a gun, because he does have little wings. But get him into robot mode, just unfold his legs and fold up the barrel, and there he is in his robot mode. Absolutely adorable. There's his face detail, and he has a huge belly button minicom port. Okay, let's go ahead and just get him back into his little gun mode. There we are. Just set him off to the side. He does come with his sword. I wish it was solid plastic instead of the flexible rubber plastic and painted, which I don't think the Takara version is, it might still be this material, but if I remember right, it is painted more to the show colors, and I love Vector Prime sword. It is so cool. But let's go ahead and set that off to the side as well. He does, of course, come with the Cyber Planet key, which goes into his chest like that. Or not chest, but torso. And that's the sound effect. And that's all it is. It's pretty basic. No sword swing, nothing like that. It's just sounds of a spaceship. So, I mean, it's there if you want to use it, but it's nothing too impressive. And I guess go ahead and take a look at Starscream. His Cyber Planet key, it just allows these energon blades to, allows energon blades to flip out. Just press that and whoopam, energon blades. His articulation is probably even more limited than Vector Prime, just because of how big and clunky he is. Like, shoulders can only go out that far and won't even stay out that far. It's really sad, but it's kind of funny. They will say if it's further up, so you get that rotation, but up here, forget about it. Can do a full 360. No bicep rotation from the looks of it. Yeah, no bicep rotation at all. You do get bend at the elbow, but it is so silly, so goofy looking. And then, let's see, rotate this up. He does have a gun that shoots a missile. Legs can go forward about that far. Back really far. Gets a lot of bend at the knee, but that's also probably because of transformation. And he also has the knee rotation. And then you can make him do the full splits, but then his the nose of the jet mode, or part of the nose, canopy, all that will just get in the way. But yeah, very limited there. And yeah, so that's pretty much about it for his articulation. Yeah. And also, since they redid him, please, 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 Hasbro, redo Energon Starscream, because he looked really cool too. And I want one that I can transform without it falling to pieces, because the plastic's bad and brittle. Anyway, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get down to transformation. Pretty much have him in his spaceship mode, but I personally like having it further back like that because it gives it a little more sleek appearance. Absolutely like this mode, although it does look really weird if you don't have safeguard in place. So then you can put safeguard in, but before we do that, just look at all that molded detail of gears and cogs and all that. And then just it looks even like the impression of a sword right there. And if you notice, right here, there's a plastic thing sticking out, but that's missing right here because that's where his sword goes for vehicle mode. So if you ever lose the sword, it's gonna look really lopsided and look pretty weird. But yeah, go ahead and put the safeguard in. There we are. And now he kind of seems a little reminiscent of Cyclonus with his with Nightstick on there. And then, of course, you can always put that in there if you want. And then sword, just kind of fiddle it in there. Now the downside with it being the flexible rubber plastic is that if it gets too deformed, it might not quite sit in there just right. But if done properly, it should look pretty much like this. And then he does have a firing missile, which I think is pretty cool, but also kind of not exactly pointless, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for Vector Prime. So let's set him off to the side and get on to Starscream. It does look a little wonky, but it is, like I said, Transformers Cybertron toy. But yeah, I think he looks pretty cool. Personally, I think my favorite jet former from the Cybertron era is probably Jetfire, because he actually turns into a cohesive looking cargo jet. And then his gun just goes down there. And of course, he also has firing missile. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He doesn't have retractable landing gear, but he does have spinning wheels. So that is pretty much it. You could have the blades flip out in jet mode, but it really doesn't make a lot of sense. But you can put the... Oh, and there goes the missile. I'll get that later. But you can plug it in and then just flip the... Pull it out ever so slightly. And then flip these back in if you just want to keep the Decepticon Cyberplanet key stored in there so you don't lose it. But yeah, that's about it. If you like this review of Transformers, Cybertron, Starscream, and Vector Prime and would like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.